Today, I'm going to address some of your concerns and comments right now. Welcome everyone to my very, very controversial channel. Now, I've been reading the comments and I thought I would do a quick video. I don't have time to do the edits, but I will. It's coming soon, where I can actually show you all the comments and dedicate all my time to teaching and showing people more of what I'm trying to express. Now, I've gotten comments from, "You're so mean, you need to be supportive of Maria Emmerich," to, "Oh my God, she's so skinny," to, you're the only one I know that doesn't use a filter, which I don't, to just your standard questions about the human body. So let's go into some of these comments. Now, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I'm old school. That's where my background comes from. I truly don't believe that people should be on the internet if they can't take the comments, because they're going to come at you no matter how sweet or ratchet you are. They're going to come, and someone's going to say something that might be perceived as offensive to the person creating the content or in the videos. You have to develop a thick skin. The reality is, I get so many questions about the body shape of the men and women who preach these diets. And I just sort of stay away from the subject, because you get that, "Oh my God, you're so mean, I'm unsubscribing." And it's just like, that's too much negative energy, not worth putting energy into. But I was like, maybe it is worth putting my energy into. The reality is, I'm on the internet. I'm still human. So at some point you're like, okay, this is noise, time to cancel the noise. Because otherwise it's waste time in your brain space. Like, don't let it have rent. But at the same time, it's very interesting to see where people are today. In my perception of reality, because that's all that it is, you don't go online and start giving advice or showing people how to eat and what to eat if you are not practicing a level of ethics yourself. So Maria, which I think I was really kind, because she seems like a very, very sweet person. There's none of these gurus I have a problem with, except for Scott, who's doing these retreats, who is lying and cheating and all kind of stuff that was just like, that had me come and speak and then told me not to speak and didn't tell the audience the truth at this meat stock garbage. But I digress. Now, when it comes to people like Maria, or when it comes to Anthony Chafee or Dr. Berg or Ken Berry or Dr. Boz or Bright or any of the people that you see online, none of them I feel are ratchet, terrible, moralist, just troglodyte people. None of them. I don't find any of them appalling. If you're getting to this part of the video, it's filmed the next day. It's because I forgot to put in this little important detail. Today, we are so confused on what is a healthy body. People are taking peptides, they're taking HRT, TRT, women want to become thinner, there are women who want to do bodybuilding, there are men who want to do bodybuilding, people are exhausted taking HRTs, there's Ozempic and all of these peptides and all of this tomfoolery. In my opinion, people don't know what is a healthy body anymore, because often people cannot recognize health, right? We see it in the context of how thin you are. Like when I spoke about Bella. Bella looks healthy to me. But what kind of mind's eye are you seeing? My phone rang. If you're an influencer online, You're putting yourself out there for people to make any type of assessment and judgment of you. That's just the nature of the beast. We're not living in some kumbaya world where we're like, oh, we care about your feelings. If you don't want to be criticized, don't be on the internet. The problem that I have with images today is the lack of transparency. My video series, again, I'm stating this because I'm saying this several times throughout this video, is that I do not believe that the gurus are telling the whole truth. I just don't. I own the patent on what I believe. Black in my light. I own that patent. I subjugate myself to a lot of criticism, but somebody out there has to say the other side of the story. Most people will sit and tell you that eating a carnivore diet or a keto diet is amazing, and oh, I'm so healthy now, and I've been doing this for 20,000 years, and and do all of the promoting of it and the products of it and all this. Well, there's got to be another voice of somebody saying, no, wait a minute, let's take another look, because you think you're doing great, but there's a ton of people who are not. So what happens to those people who are not doing amazing? What about them? Are they mentioned in your videos and your promoting of products? Not really. But I do. That's what I do. And the thing that I really want to stress is why I do so many videos, and I think I'm going to do a whole series on this. I do so many videos about the body and about the thyroid and about the adrenals and your reproductive hormones and the leaking gut and the damage and how to fix it, and they get minimal views. But when I go and talk about an influencer, you guys are right there. Look at the numbers on this video if I talk about somebody. It's absurd. So anyone who feels that I am being unkind, don't click on the video. You're a complete hypocrite. Don't be sensationalized by seeing a thumbnail of Maria Emmerich. Don't be like, what is Stephanie going to say? And then when you don't like what I'm saying, then you're like, you should be, happy that she's on the road to being healthy. No, I don't. I'll be what I want to be, which is if you are an influencer online pushing products and health while you're struggling with your own and you don't admit that, no, I don't respect that whatsoever, 0%. And you could be the most kind, sweet, soft-spoken, oh my God, people are so mean to me person, right? Where you don't call out anyone else. That's your lane. That's not my lane. My lane is putting myself on the internet for people to be critical or to not like me or to like me, doesn't matter. But why are people watching videos and then they don't like what you're saying and then like, I'm unsubscribing? I think I hit a nerve. You shouldn't be watching videos of one guru talking about another if you don't like what's coming out of their pie hole. Especially mine, because I keep it real. Okay, I don't sit there and be like, oh, we're all kumbaya, let's go hold hands, we all should be there in one big happy circle. No, there is stuff going on in this world that is way more important. In fact, people might find that my strong, air quotes, thoughts might be more appalling than anything that these people have ever done, respectfully, because everybody owns their opinion and they have the patent on their own opinion. Like, you can't change people's minds. You can't be like, no, I'm not that, I'm a great person. The right people will gravitate towards you. The people who resonate with what I say or what I share, and the people that don't like me, don't be on my channel. Just keep it moving. And I am always going to be that person who speaks my mind. Do I think these other people do? No. I find the gurus, this is a business for them. This didn't start as a business for me. it has been woven in as business, but it still ain't my business because I could be making so much money putting my ass in a bikini at almost 58 pushing weight loss, but I don't, and I never have. I don't push products. I should. I just don't because my mind isn't there. You see? My mind is communicating, watching, learning, speaking to people, and helping people. That's by perception, right? I love learning and I love sharing. The people who want to receive that message, the people who don't, why would you stay on my channel if you didn't like what I was saying? Just don't, just keep moving. I am a special type of person. You either like me or you don't. Okay? I'm not trying to please the masses because you can't. It's impossible. I show what I really think. I say it like I mean it. And people have a hard time with that. We're living in a fucked up world today. And you guys are giving 2 cents that I think that Maria is too thin. The only person who should feel that I'm disrespectful in any way is Maria. Okay? The world today, there are so many things going on. I don't understand why people would even put energy on my own channel, because every time you make a comment, you raise the profile for more people to find my channel. So why would you do that if you thought any different? But with that said, yes, I think that Maria Emmerich is a lovely person. I don't see any off-putting things in her personality. But to be a guru and influence people with that weight sends the wrong message, in my opinion. It's just an opinion. You could take it or wipe your ass with it. I don't care. I don't. I really don't. If I did care, then I wouldn't do these videos. I would hide behind my business and make a shit fluck or frack ton of money, which I don't, because I got other things in life than to be sitting in front of my numbers and my social media and just watching my business grow. So you could say I'm a pretty bad businesswoman, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I learned very early on that I share a different way to look at sharing information online and influencing people. I'm very different. I will do video after video warning people about the bullshit that you're watching online. Every video. So to avoid the subject, to pacify anyone is, I'm getting this question all the time. Why are women who are influencing this shite so thin? And I avoid it, and I avoid it, and I avoid it. And then these women who are struggling with their weight, they don't understand. And I get it. How are they so thin and I'm not? And I'm like, because they're not eating all that food. That's my belief. So I'll just use Bella and Maria as the example. Bella, you hear the rumblings behind the scenes. Bella, I saw a video of her saying that she doesn't crap out but once a week and it was totally normal. And then I was just like, okay, I actually have people who've got chronic constipation because of either a gut dysbiosis or their thyroid. It's either one of the two, and it's so bad that they become impacted, and then they're taught that if they're not pooping, that's normal, and then people are having ruptures, right? They're developing fissures in their colon. Nah, I'm done. I'm not gonna sit and be quiet on that bullshit. Bullshit. I'm just not. If I'm gonna be online and lie to you all and avoid what I'm seeing, then I ain't being real. I'm just not. I'm just trying to make money like everyone else. So I decided to piss some people off and say what I think. I really think that all the gurus need to say when they're having a bad day and the potentials of danger like the potentials, because why would Paul Saladino start adding fruit to his carnivore diet? He put out a carnivore book pushing this stuff. He was on a TV show pushing the beautiful amazement, like healing properties of doing a carnivore diet, and then boom, he goes off because he has a bunch of health problems. And even though he's not my favorite person, at least he was honest about that. Everyone else, suspect. Everyone else. That's what I think. Because if you don't say the good and the bad and the ugly, then to me, there's it's a weird world we're living in right now. It's an AI world. It's a smoke and mirrors world. The people are on too many supplements. They are on too many pharmacological interventions. They listen to what their says. Oh, well, my da-da-da says that my numbers are this and my numbers represent that, but I've got 50 health issues. People can't understand why their A1C is running so high. They don't understand they're experiencing low blood pressure with vertigo. They just don't understand it. They can't understand why they can't get the weight off. They don't understand why you have to be on HRT to be a viable person post-menopause. Like, just a bunch of, and women are going on HRT before. So, I mean, pick the subject. Doesn't matter if it's women too thin or men appearing too muscular past a certain age naturally. I doubt it. I think more than that, but that's for another time. I think that we are inundated with getting away from nature. The answer for your health problems is in nature. It's not in a product. Now, these products can help, but they're not going to fix you. Only you can fix you. If I go back to the whole Bella thing, like telling people that crapping once and look how flat her stomach is, that's because you ain't eating. Now, that's my opinion. I don't sit there with her. Okay? But people are like, oh my God, it's their confirmation. Y'all, people don't have the eye. You don't know what a gluconeogenic body looks like. I do. I've been doing this for a long time. Remember, my ass is going to be 60 years of age in 2 years. And I've been in the fitness industry for, 40 years. I know. And then I was an athlete, and I was a pro athlete. I've worked with over 10,000 people. You learn a lot by working with people. So those people are like, oh my God, I think that Bella's fine. Think she's fine. Don't watch my I am not your girl. I am not your girl. But for those who are confused, who don't understand why she's so thin and eats all that food, I'm going to tell you what I think based on my years and years and years and years of experience working with people. I really suggest that people trying to consume information on the internet question everything and everyone, believe no one, and question everything, including myself. I encourage that. I could say something about, like, you can't make ketones, viable ketones, without your gallbladder functioning properly. And you could either be like, I don't believe her. In fact, that is absolutely wonderful. Go look it up yourself, just like I did. Or go talk to people. And use your sensibility to try to understand why you still have chronic fatigue, or why the aging process is coming on so rapidly, or why your hormones are freaking out, or why you cannot lose that chub, or you can't build muscle, or you're having depression, you can't sleep, you need to drink coffee. Really go out there and start learning. The answers are there. The answers are in nature. They are. People need to crawl out of the matrix. There's a whole world out there we haven't discovered. It's things like, people want me to post my meals in a day, and I'm like, but why? You cannot mimic what I eat. I have been a fit person my entire life. That means that if my blood sugar is running slightly high, I am not going to gain weight because my body is going to shove that glucose into my muscle cells so they can be utilized as energy rather than stored as fat. So I can eat more protein than the average woman. I don't, because I don't need to. But if I did, if I went out to dinner and ate a big plate of food, I'm not going to crash. I'm not going to feel tired the next day. You're not going to see my blood sugar skyrocket and explode. Everyone is different. Take what people say with a grain of salt. if we cannot say what we think, then we have no voice. It doesn't matter if it's to please someone. I don't have to support Maria Emmerich for her journey. I think it's great that she's telling people that she needs to gain weight. I think that's great. I think she should have done that years ago, right? And I think in the years of not saying that, then a lot of people have been, and I get those people, how is she so thin and I'm not? See, that's why I'm talking up. That's why I'm speaking up. People are suffering at the same time from this illusion, right? When you're on the internet, there's an illusion. There's things going on with my mom and my family and workers that people who don't follow me on Instagram, because I share it more there, they don't know that. Just at the end of the day, I pop on and do a video. There are so many things going on in everybody's life and we don't know. If you're online influencing people, in my moray, you must be careful for what you say. I believe that Maria has gotten pressure. She has mentioned in one of her videos that she keeps hearing it all the time, starting to take a look. How long? That is why you're outed. If you didn't have anybody comment, you would not see the wiser. Now people are commenting, she's making changes. That's all positive. But if people are feeling like, oh my God, they're so mean, don't be online. You should see the other communities, like the vegan community. People just rake and rag on the beauty community. And here I say, I think that she's a lovely person. I think that, she's been around a long time, working her ass off. But to be that thin and to be influencing people, selling products all day, and people trying, just like the Liver King, to attain that thin body, but she's not admitting that there's any eating disorders going on or any health issues going on. That's when I'm like, I get those people. They're the ones that are like, why aren't I like her? Like all of them, all the women that I mentioned, why aren't I like this one and this one and this one? Okay, so in my reality, I ain't gonna sit there and lie to protect nobody. Now, knowing Kelly, I love Kelly, so I respect her. I will not continue to describe what I think, but I already stated in the first video, and it's up there and it's not being taken down. But as a person, I think she's lovely. I think it's a great conversation about why people have thyroid issues and can't lose weight. Some people say, can you talk about not being able to gain weight? And we got to avoid this subject because we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Don't be on the internet then. And that's my morality. I own it. I own the patent. I live by it. I get roasted. It is what it is. If I feel that people are being too rude, I delete and bye. Because you got to keep moving on the next day. Y'all ain't here in my everyday life. Yeah. For the people who do resonate with what I'm saying, I am humble. For those who think I'm full of shite, I don't care. I'm too old to care. And I do pretty well. Yeah, I've been worse on the internet. This is the softer side of Stephanie. But comment below. Are you triggered? Do you think I'm being unfair? Do you think that I'm being so unkind? Because if I was unkind, I would be so blunt. I'd be like a surgeon with what I really, really, really think in utter detail. But there is no sense of going that hard into what I feel that I understand. At no point you guys get the message. I think it's a great conversation about women as they age and weight gain and weight loss and what's going on. Those who struggle with weight loss, those who struggle with thyroid issues or hyperthyroid or Hashimoto's or adrenals or Addison's or blood sugar dysregulation. I think it's time that we have a conversation. And the fact that don't run and get HRTs, and if I see a guru talk about taking HRTs to protect your heart, bunch of garbage. They will tell you anything to sell these products. That we have been on this planet a millennia and we need all these products to survive. I don't think so. No. Comment below, share this content. So it's like, oh, you want to sign up for my consultations? You lucky I don't sell 500 products, raking your ass, telling that you can get the Stephanie bod, right? And get the gains and get the abs, right? just by following my plan. You lucky I don't do that. I guess that's what some people want. They want me to just be super nice and just talk about how lovely and how fit I am and how easy it is. And if you just buy these, desiccated organ meats that are loaded in bacteria, or, take my meal plan and eat just like me, and you can look just like me. I could do that, and then everybody would love me until they went, oh, this isn't working. I'm confused. But that ain't me. There has got to be one person that is controversial by nature. That's me. I'm not here to please anybody except for my mother and those animals. I just give it to you, and some people resonate and some people don't. Now, for those who do resonate, yes, I do consultations. That's how I survive. That's how I paid for these rescue animals that were in KILL pens ready to go to Mexico for dog food. That's what I spend all my money on. Them, not myself. I slave for them. They are everything and they are life. So yes, if you need help, you can sign up for a consultation. You can also join my course group. Yes, for them and my mother. Yes, so she can die in nature and not in a nursing facility. That's why I do it. Comment below, share this content, and I'm out. Peace, energy. It's almost 58. I'm still rocking it because I still got to do videos about frequency and the chlorophyll and the beauty and the energy and the healing properties of living in nature. Look at me now compared to LA. Oh my God. Lost a couple years just by moving to the south. No, to nature. To nature. Peace and energy. Energy, energy, energy.